So, how long do you think we'll be here? I'm not talking to you.
You know what? We are so screwed!
As a lifelong Transformers fan, this fandom has gone far too long without a proper representation of these characters on the big screen. When this movie was announced, we were told we were getting a fully CGI origin story completely set on Cybertron. Rightfully, us fans expected something like this.
They broke into the front lines!
I've lost contact with the capital!
Too many of them!
Decepticons, attack!
And what did we get instead? Oh sweet, the Transformers 1 trailer's out.
Hi there, I'm Badassatron.
Why'd you bring jetpacks? If we survive this, I'm gonna kill you!
On 3, 1. Where's my head?
Oh, look at the wheels!
Knife hands? I have knife hands?
This trailer heavily indicates that this movie will be extraordinarily dumbed down with an overabundance of comedy. Why do we need this? Children are gonna watch an animated Transformers movie regardless. So why does almost every character in this trailer act like they're on the spectrum?
Where's my head?
Not only are Orion and D16 not paying attention to where they're running here, but Bumblebee and Elita 1 are clearly looking straight ahead where the cliff is, and they still decide to run right off of it.
On 3, 1.
Historically, Transformers shows have never relied on the entirety of the main cast being an excessive source of comedic relief. It's unnecessary! The first theatrical release of a movie on Cybertron should not be treated like this. I understand that these characters are supposed to be younger, but does it really make sense for them to be acting like this? I mean, Brian Tyree Henry is supposed to be playing D16, a character who eventually becomes Megatron.
Funny, isn't it, Megatron? How easily I defeated the one adversary you couldn't.
Silence!
We didn't have to come to this.
This is what you chose, Prime, when you defied me! Megatron, stop. I'll stop when all of you are dead! All we want is to leave. Charge up the warp cannon! Wipe their precious ark off the face of Cybertron! No one leaves without my permission!
You are a freak.
You're an idiot, Starscream!
But it sounds like he's playing the same character that he played in Godzilla vs. Kong here.
You know what? We are so screwed! How do we use these things?
We're gonna call you B.
I mean, what the hell is this?
Why'd you bring jetpacks?
Also, the idea that Cybertron's surface is forbidden is just lame, especially when the idea is being treated like this. Now, before we move on to this next bit, I just wanted to remind you guys that this part is also in the trailer. Because did you think I was gonna suffer through this by myself?
B, these are not
The bad guy.
Why did you cut the door?
Man, what the fuck is this?
Right? Yes, that's right.
It was already like, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I guess this all could have been worse.
Prime, come check out this TV show. I think you'd like it.
This better not be another James Charles clip. Megatron.
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies. Please switch their piece.
Ain't no motherfucking way they made me apologize for that shit.
I've seen enough.
Now that I've gotten my gripes out of the way, I wanted to highlight some of the criticisms that Papermelon brought forward about this trailer. This guy is a really entertaining Transformers YouTuber, and I highly recommend checking his channel out. He actually has the world record Transformers toy hunt on his channel, and it's pretty good. So you guys should definitely go read through this community post he made on YouTube, but let me just talk about some particular points he made that I think deserve some attention. The humor gives me cancer. I've seen way too many people trying desperately to justify it, and I've had enough of that, lol, based. Brian Tyree Henry is a comedic actor, and it shows in his voice, because there's no world where Megatron should have ever sounded like that, or was this animated / goofy, also based. The studio is clearly using the fact that it's an origin story as an excuse to do whatever they want with the characters because, well, this is before they were the characters you know. This is something defenders of this movie need to realize. Just because this is before the characters become the versions we're used to, doesn't excuse why they all act retarded. Then he talks about how people will say, it's a different take on the origin, so why are you so mad? When in reality, we've never actually had their proper origin told in the first place. At least, not on screen. It's not like the death of Uncle Ben, which we've seen multiple times. This is the first time they're doing this storyline on screen, and they're butchering it for a young audience who would have watched it regardless of how dumb the characters act in it. Also, Bumblebee shouldn't even be alive at this point, considering how young Optimus and Megatron are here. And I like how Papermelon put this. Surely he wasn't chosen as one of the 4 main characters because he best fits the story for the movie, right? Sure, what a stupid joke. He then says that this is the least hope he's felt for the franchise probably in his entire life. I mean, I crossed that bridge like 7 years ago, but yeah, I understand where he's coming from here. Now let me be clear, I want to like this. It really sucks that this movie looks like it's being made by people who don't give a shit about this franchise. And you can bring up all the obvious comic references in the trailer as you want. That doesn't automatically mean that the writers actually care. I just really hope the trailer lied about this movie's tone. I mean, some of the toys that they revealed for it actually look kind of cool. The designs are unique, the artwork on the packaging pops, and Hasbro's never really done a figure quite like this Quintus on here before. I mean, look at that. Of course, we do have some obvious repacks that Hasbro loves to do, basically taking old toys that they released years ago, packing them into a new packaging, and marketing them as being from the new movie, even though they look nothing like their counterparts in the actual film. In conclusion, I think this movie is gonna suck, and I have no idea how it'll do at the box office. Judging by how Rise of the Beasts did, it might not do well, but this is an animated film taking a different direction, so I have no idea. I just hope it ends up being good.
The Transformers 1 trailer starts now.
Do it.
That's not gonna happen, is it?